Listen to the following clip and let me know if you agree with it or not.
Unfortunately, people take advantage of this. So when you've got unregulated information, and the form of, shall we say, people like Andrew Tate, who are sort of pushing a very immature, I would say, and disruptive idea of masculinity onto vulnerable young men, then that's where the problem holds.
And when it comes then to the narratives that are being presented to young men, how do you look at them?
One of the key things is there's not enough narrative about good men. Suddenly everyone was asking me to define masculinity, which I thought was a very strange thing to have to define, because the idea of masculinity to me is quite broad. There's not sort of one thing that fits all. A lot of the information, like Andrew Tate and a lot of other people on there, is pushing this very extreme form of masculinity, wrong form, and there's not enough good examples out there of good, kind men and the things they do. And
what do you think is the risk of that toxic, you said, extreme version of what it is to be a man? What's the risk of that, do you think? One of the stats was that from the report, 62% of young women are finding young men frightening, which is a very, very strange ideal that I personally don't see that. But is that something that's being pushed to young women on social media? And then the young men are feeling that. So you're again sort of polarizing male and female again. And if you're isolating those two areas, young men are going to, as young men do and young people do, they are going to look for anyone who gives them attention, and they are going to focus on the wrong attention, which is the extreme sides of sort of the masculinity. But you made your career as a model, becoming the most successful male model in the world. Maybe your success and the fashion industry has contributed to some of this and giving young men unrealistic ideas about body image. Okay. You can say that. You could say, I could put a lot of models, including the female models, trained as much as athletes. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that's a bad role model? I don't really think it is. If you're saying, I've always sort of said my day starts with a 4-mile walk with my dog and I'm in the gym, and that is my way of sort of protecting my sort of mental well-being a lot of the time. People look at me and they say, when we look at you, you seem to define masculinity. And then I say, how? And they say, well, in fact, you're into your cars, your classic cars, your suits, your watches, you're a skier, you're this big figure. I said, yes, but I do the washing, I do the cleaning, I do the school run. That wouldn't be deemed as masculinity. You see, our roles have changed. We are the first generation, I believe, my age, where we're seeing the dads have to take on a different